I called Bill Watson because we've been on this board for a couple of decades, and I asked him if he was coming. He said no. I said, why? Because I think you're wrong, Dan. So I can take it. If I'm wrong, I can take it. If I'm meeting right now in violation of some open meeting law, I'll take that too. I couldn't think of a better way to be guilty. But I just wanted to express at least some frustration by one board member and have you know what's gone on, and you'll see more when I'll give you copies of this, to know, because it would seem that that 28th is going to be about it. And I don't know, I can only predict that there'll be a parade of people there to divert things. I know it was very important for Joe to want the Green Energy Committee here, and I see no problem with that.
Well, Mr. Beaton is here.
Oh, great.
He must be representing.
Good. Yeah. I see no problem with that.
Could I interject, Dan, briefly?
Sure.
And I'm a member, and I'm not speaking for the committee. But as a way, hopefully, that I can put you people into a comfortable position, the state has not ignored your concern. The Mass Clean Energy Center, which you referred to, is totally engaged. You know, they've had conversations with me and other people. And the state is going to look at all your concerns. They're going to do these tests. They're going to do their due diligence. They're going to bring in scientists and facts, and they're going to have a meeting and address your concerns, and they're going to bring something forward, hopefully some kind of a mediation or compromise. You have problems, the state's not ignoring it. My point is, you know, it's going to take a lot of information and a lot of data.
So what do my family and I, we should just not sleep, and we should have a strobe light in our house, Mark, every afternoon, that we have to leave our home?
Yeah,
Should I leave my home and bring my family somewhere else to sleep?
The bottom line is the state is engaged,
Okay.
and they're going to try and make.
What do we do?
They're going to try and make it right for you.
Okay.
And they're
What
on
do
the
we
fast
do?
track.
What do we do? I've been suffering for 6
I'm just saying.
They're not
they're
doing
engaged.
anything for
They're
me.
engaged, and
That
they're going to
doesn't
try
mean
and
anything,
they try and make it right. And at that point, I'm going to step out of this meeting because it's not really legal. And I don't want to take questions because I'm not
gonna.
No, but you want to say what you want to say.
That's right.
Let's hear
In the
us
meantime, could
the
they shut
state's
it down
engaged.
Can they shut it
until
off?
all the facts
The state will take all their data and they're going to make recommendations, not Board of Health recommendations, but state recommendations.
You should recommend
based
that it be shut
on-
off while the
You
rule
recommend
is
it,
dated.
shut it off.
It's not my call.
Because we
but-
don't know
but-
It was
the,
your
but they-
call to
we
put
don't
it
know
in
the
They are
effects.
they are engaged.
You don't know the effects.
So when
have
the
it turned
facts,
off until you know
when
what
the facts
the effects
when
are.
the facts come to the surface,
Yeah, but don't do
the
nothing
right
until the
thing.
facts come. Stop it, then get the facts to decide whether to move forward or not.
Excuse
And again, what are the facts?
Mr. Beaton,
They're in this room.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What's the state agency that regulates noise pollution and compliance issues?
DEP.
And why are we talking about the Mass CEC?
Well, because
They're not a state agency.
no, they work by their rules. And actually, the rules have changed. If it makes you want to feel better,
No,
when we let me answer your question.
Well, actually-
when the turbine went up, there was one set of rules that you had to live with as far as the noise that was created. They changed those rules as to how much noise can be emitted and when they can be emitted. So that's why the state is engaged, because they want to make you whole. All right? And I cannot speak for the state.
You're absolutely incorrect. The state has changed no rules in regards
Can you cite those
to
rules?
noise regulation.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, they have. Yes.
What are they?
What
Well,
are they?
it's simply simply put.
Specifically, what rules were changed?
You can't
The
say.
rules that were changed, I'm going to put it in layman's terms because it was presented to me.
I mean, we can understand your other terms. I mean, just state specifically
What changes?
what rules have been changed and what impact they have.
The rule that was changed, if you make a noise over 10 decibels, you've got to shut that turbine down immediately. That's a new rule.
It's been a rule forever.
That's a new rule. No. The way it used to be is if it was 50% of the time you went over those 10, it was allowable. It has changed. So do your own research, and I feel your
I'm
pain.
not saying I haven't done research.
You don't
And the state
You're
is,
not up every night.
the state is coming in and they're gonna make things whole, and
The Mass
And I'm sorry.
CEC is
How long is
not
it gonna
the
take?
state. The Mass
Yeah, how long is it gonna
CEC
take?
is the agency whose charge is to push renewable energy projects. It's the Mass DEP that Doreen contacted.
and the other group
excuse
involved
me, Mark.
is the
Mark?
Causes Building Institute,
May I
which is
just-
a
may I-
mediator that
I
tries to fix
I let
it.
you finish. The Mass DEP is the agency that Doreen contacted back in June. The commissioner, Ken Kimmel, was contacted personally by her with a plea to please come do some compliance testing because of the situation her family was under. This Mass CEC, it's just a smokescreen, it's a stall tactic. That's all it is.
That's your opinion.
No, it's not. It's
And we'll
a
wait
fact.
for the state to weigh in, and it's gonna be scientific data.
And what do you suggest she do in the meantime?
He doesn't care. He's
But,
gonna go leave.
folks,
Okay.
I wouldn't want you to think that I was not,
That's our town representation.
that I was
No,
holding
he's not.
anything back on you. The last three,
Time.
excuse me, the last 3 pages of the handout has the latest from CEC, and the dates on those, when I tell you it's pretty current. The first one is on November 8th, the second one is November 13th. So, I just got, all of this stuff is available under the Freedom of Information Act. But, you know, you shouldn't have to cite the Freedom of Information Act to get it.